Hello, I'm Jenna.
And I'm Jill.
This is ASL Stew Life.
So, today is story time. And double the story for the price of one. So, today we are going to confess our first speeding ticket. Now, our stories are a little bit different, obviously. Mine was much later than yours. By a lot. But we're going to give you both stories. So, we'll start with the younger.
So, I was in high school. I was really young and I had finally gotten my license. I was like, yes, and I got my car. All right, I was really excited. So, my friends and I thought, well, we have some older friends who had just recently gotten into college in New York. So, we thought, why not take a road trip? We go ahead, visit the campus, visit our friends, and they had an open house at that time. So, we thought we'd do that. So, we begged our parents and everything was approved. So, yes, we were really excited. So, my friend and I got into the car. We drove there, no problems. We had a lot of fun. We did some learning. We visited people. And then we were done. Unfortunately, we had to come back home. So, we got in the car. We were driving on the highway. And I noticed that some of the cars were going pretty fast. So, I thought, well, why don't we follow suit? I didn't think it was a big deal. So, we followed them. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, police sirens. And we then just looked at each other and we're like, oh crap, what are we going to do? I just got my license. So went ahead, pulled over, tried to say, no, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And he was just like, nope, ticket. I was like, seriously? No wave, no warning, nothing? He's like, nope, ticket. So I had to take it. So I took the ticket. I was like, oh, what am I going to do? So got home.
And how old were you?
High school, like freshman, sophomore, I think a freshman, something like that. Yeah, so I was pretty young. It wasn't long after I got my license, so not too long after. So, anyways, I got home and I knew I was gonna have to tell my mom. So, and I knew what was gonna happen. So my mom was sitting there watching TV, having dinner, like in a TV tray thing. And she's eating, and I walked over, and I mean, she already knew just by my face. So she's just sitting there, smugly eating. And I walk over, I'm like, Mom, I just got a ticket. My mom just keeps eating, looks down at the ticket, hands it back, and then just keeps eating. And I was like, what should I do? And she's like, well, you have a part-time job, right? So you have money. Go take care of it. And keeps eating. And now understand, I did have a part-time job, but only on the weekends as a pizza delivery driver. So I didn't make much money. I think the ticket was like $120 or $130 or something. And that was like probably half a month to a full month of my wages spent on this ticket. So, of course, I was like, oh, fine. Of course, I can't expect, my family to pay for it. They're like, no, you need to learn your lesson. You're on your own. So I was like, all right. So I tried to figure out, I'm like, what should I do? And she's like, well, take care of it. Learn your lesson. You got a ticket, so you need to learn how to take care of it yourself. So I said, okay, thanks. And I figured it out and I paid it. And oh, scarred for life. But I mean, I learned my lesson for sure. But yeah, that's my story, my first ticket.
Okay, so she was pretty young and I wasn't. So if you haven't saw the recent video where we talked about her car engine exploding, that is kind of the end of the story. So I'll leave it up here if you haven't seen it. But the end of that story begins this story. So, anyways, like I said, the two of us needed to arrive to work in like a few hours, and if we drove the speed limit, we wouldn't have enough time. So we knew we'd kind of have to speed a little bit. So, anyways, went ahead, got in the car, driving on the highway, speeding, really bad, really, really bad. Just, it was bad. And going along, and we pass a police car. And as we pass it, I look over, I'm like, oh, shit. So I slow down as I'm driving. Like, please, 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 please don't pull me over. Please don't pull me over. And as we're driving, I keep looking back and I don't see him. So I was like, yes, okay, great. So at this point, we're not speeding, but, I went ahead and I upped my speed a little bit again. And I'm driving. And then all of a sudden, I look back and sirens. I was like, ooh.
Busted.
Oh, I was petrified. I had never been pulled over in my life. I think by that time I was, how old were you?
I think I was 21.
21. Yeah, 21. And I had my license since I was like 16. So anyways, I was petrified. So we pull over and my heart's like racing.
I told her she was fine. Don't worry about it.
And she's like, oh, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. But I was like, shut up. My heart's pounding. And like I said, we pulled over and he's like, do you know why I pulled you over? I'm like, yes, I know why you pulled us over. I was speeding. And he said, I don't like to admit this. He said, well, actually, I clocked you the first time at about 100 miles per hour. Yeah, 100. And so that was the first time that I had passed. And the second time, he pulled me over. He said it was about 75, and that's in a 55. So he said, I'm going to be nice, and I'm going to give you a ticket for the 75 in the 55, not the 100. So I was like, thank God. Thank God. I mean, that was really nice, but I was just like, ugh. So I was like, sure, fine, I'll take the ticket. He was being really nice to give me that. So went ahead, gave me the ticket, and he walks back to his car, gets in his car, and I just kind of stayed there, stayed parked. So the police drives off, and then I just start sobbing. And I was just like, I was so upset. I was so mad at her because typically for speeding, I'm watching, but because I was chatting with you,
You didn't have to talk to me.
Nope. Because I was chatting with her, I wasn't looking. So, and I wouldn't have been there in the first place if it wasn't for you picking you up. So,
You didn't have to come.
Anyways.
I could have asked somebody else.
Anyways. The point is, I got the ticket. And I wasn't young, so I didn't need to inform my parents, but I don't know, it was actually weird because like me and my parents, my brother, like all had the same insurance company, and so somehow my ticket got put to my brother's insurance, which she was really confused. So then he called my mom, so then my mom called me and she's like, did you get a ticket? And I was like, yeah, which she wasn't mad at me or anything, but yeah, so that was my first speeding ticket.
Yeah, I got 5 before I was 20.
I've had one, I think, speeding. No. Yeah, I've had one other speeding ticket since. So, that was our speeding ticket story.
Yeah, we have a lot of car experience together.
So, that's our speeding ticket story. I'm curious, have you guys gotten a speeding ticket?
Don't lie. Don't lie.
Let us know. Tell the truth. We admitted ours. We admitted. You admit yours too. And if you did, how many have you had?
Again, don't lie.
Yeah, she told the truth and I told the truth. So, go ahead and leave a comment down below. You don't have to explain speed. Just say yes, dash, how many. That's it. All right. So, if you've enjoyed the video, click like and subscribe.
And if you want to show some support, you can take a look at our Patreon page and see some of the cool perks that we have there. Or look down below for the link for Coffee Tip. You can do that. Or the YouTube one-time donate. We really appreciate any support you give us. Thank you.
See you in the next video. Bye!